Hello everyone, and thanks for watching. I hope that you're enjoying these videos and that you're finding them helpful. Email me at shane@dalhousechurch.com and let me know if these videos are helping you. And maybe you might have some suggestions of what you would like to see in future videos. Before we begin, if you've not watched the teaching from Sunday, please go to YouTube, then to Dalhousie Church, and check it out. These midweek videos are supplemental thoughts connected to the teaching that took place on Sunday. Also, if you're interested, I send out study questions each week to go along with Sunday's teaching. If you would like to receive those, please email us at office@dalhousechurch.com and ask to be put on the list. This past week, we talked about giving ourselves a break. It was part of our Becoming Aware series. The ideas that I put forward in our teaching are this: we are our own worst enemy and our harshest critic. When the Bible speaks of the heart, it is referring to the whole of our innermost being. And lastly, we believe that God is also against us and that he views us harshly as well. In this video, I'm going to talk some more about being too hard on ourselves, and then give some practical ways for us to do a self-evaluation. We are our own worst enemy. How did this happen, and how did things get this way? The answers to these questions are difficult to pin down and somewhat unique to every person. Now, we've talked about Genesis 3 as the origin of the issue, but what does that mean for us now? For some of us, we've become harsh on ourselves and hard on ourselves because we were brought up by parents who didn't know that they were setting us up for failure. Their expectations were unreasonable. Maybe you were the subject of abuse, or you received overly harsh treatment from someone. Or perhaps it was from our peers from school who were always mean and abusive. Whatever the reasons are, we have believed a lie early on in our lives that we are not enough. Let's also keep in mind what the Apostle John tells us about our enemy. He is a liar and a murderer. All he does is steal, kill, and destroy. He also has an accomplice, our egos, who works in cooperation with him to accomplish his mission. So not only do we have to deal with our own harshness, we have to contend with a system designed by our enemy to steal from us, destroy us, and yes, even kill us. For most of us, this harsh treatment of ourselves has become a way of life. It is so ingrained in us that we have lost the capacity to recognize just how hard we are on ourselves. The result of this way of life is that we believe a lie that God feels the same way about us. So you might be asking this question: Shane, how do I know if I'm too hard on myself? That is a super great, most awesome question. Let me suggest these 7 warning signs. If these are regularly present in your daily routines and in your thought processes, you might be treating yourself too harshly. Here they are. Number 1, you beat yourself up over mistakes that have minimal consequences. Number 2, you tend to magnify every error and make it way more than what it actually is. Number 3, you keep beating yourself up even after you've corrected the mistake. Number 4, you're okay with other people's mistakes, but not your own. Number 5, you constantly neglect self-care in your daily routine. And number 6, if someone treats you poorly, you find a way to interpret it as it's your fault. Now, it's important to note that this would be present in someone who grew up in abuse or is currently in an abusive situation. Lastly, number 7, you feel like a failure even though your life is mostly together. If any of these or multiple of these are present in your life, it's time to breathe. It's time to ask a straightforward question. What does being kind to yourself look like? The answers are unique to you. You might have to ask even some follow-up questions, like what brings me peace? What gives me energy? What gives me joy? I can't tell you what those answers are for you, but I can tell you what I do for myself and what my answers are. I have to do these or some of these every day to be an excellent human. I love going for walks in Nose Hill Park with my dog and throwing ball. I love binge watching TV shows on Netflix or Crave or some other platform with my wife, Lori. I love going to the gym, or I loved going to the gym. I love reading a good thriller type of novel that's suspenseful and keeps me on the edge of my seat. I even like simple things like Mackenzie snuggling out to me for a bit. These all bring me peace and joy. So this week, begin asking yourself the question, what does it look like being kind to yourself? What does that look like to be kind to yourself? If you would like someone to pray with you, please contact our prayer team at prayer@dccnet.org. Our team would love to pray with you through this. God bless you, and thank you for watching.